Alright, hello guys, and welcome to English 102. This is section 1701. I'm excited to see you all next week, but as far as this week goes, I wanted to go over the Blackboard page with you a little bit and talk through the syllabus. So, the Blackboard page will look like this to you. The only thing that's up right now is week 1 and the first announcement. So hopefully you guys saw the announcement here. You can just click announcements on the left hand side to get to it. This is where you'll find your homework for every week. So make sure you read through that. Everything this week is due by Friday the 21st. And over here under course content is where you can find our weekly modules. So this will contain all of the files, all of the links, all of the discussion boards that you'll need for that week. So this week, you've got your syllabus, you've got a reading assignment, and then you've got a discussion board post in response to that reading assignment. So I'll read through the syllabus with you very quickly. Do make sure that you read it on your own time to see all of the things that I don't really talk about in detail. The main thing up here that you should note is that this is my email address. Some of you guys have already reached out to me, but feel free to send me an email anytime with any questions that you have or to schedule a Zoom meeting. I am doing office hours via Zoom this semester because it's just not really safe for me to meet with you all in person one-on-one regularly. So do make sure that you send me a message through Blackboard or email me and we can schedule a Zoom meeting if you would like to talk one-on-one. Otherwise, I will check my email about 30,000 times a day, so do send me an email and I will respond to you. Obviously, you know that we're meeting online this first week. Otherwise, you can read through all the official course information on your own time. It is important to note that you do need consistent access to a computer or high-speed internet, and high-speed internet. For this course, since it is hybrid, you will be working online a lot. This means you'll have to upload essays, you'll have to be able to type on a computer, you could need a webcam depending on whether or not we have to go fully online partway through the semester. So just think about those things while you are kind of getting your head wrapped around the layout of the course for the semester. And if you have any concerns about it, just reach out to me. Otherwise, there's not a required textbook for the course. You will have reading assignments that I will post on Blackboard for you, like the one for this week. As far as expectations go, this is a hybrid course, so we're meeting only once a week for in-person instruction, and the rest is going to be completed asynchronously, meaning on your own schedule without any sort of set, Zoom classroom situation. That might be weird for you, and it is a lot of work to self-motivate and to make sure that you're staying on top of your coursework. So please make sure that you plan accordingly. Give yourself a lot of time to complete reading assignments, discussion board posts, to be working on your essays on your own time, and to be communicating with me if you have questions and concerns. It'll be a little weird where you're watching a lot of videos of lectures and instead doing, writing assignments and stuff in class. It's just how it's going to have to be, unfortunately, so it might take a little getting used to. Do make sure that you look at the absence policy. You're only given 3 unexcused absences for the semester. Otherwise, with excused absences, I do want to note that if you are experiencing symptoms of COVID, meaning fever, shortness of breath, or coughing, or have any sort of inkling that, hey, I came in contact with a positive person, and I can't get a test until after our class period, do not come to class. Send me some sort of verification that you are getting tested or that you got tested, and you will have an excused absence. We do not want to have anyone in class test positive and put everyone else at risk. So please be in communication with me about that. As far as attendance goes, the only other thing that I'll point out is that I do have an attendance verification assignment, which means that if you do not complete the discussion board posts for this first week, then you get a no-show for the course and you might be dropped. So do make sure you complete the discussion board post for this first week. Otherwise, the only other thing I'll point out here is that when we meet in class in person for the first time on Monday, you need to wear a mask to class. You must wear a mask in public at all times according to BCTC's rules and the governor's guidelines. So do make sure that you have a mask, that it is safe, that it is covering both your nose and mouth, and that it is not just a neck gaiter, which has actually been proven to cause more harm than good by aerosolizing your breath. So make sure that you have a good mask that'll keep you safe and keep everyone else safe. And do make sure that you stay in your desks, don't congregate with other students, and follow social distancing. So the next thing here is class requirements. You're required to submit 4 essays for this class. The first one will be your literacy narrative. We'll go over the assignment sheet on Monday and talk about what will be expected of you for that. And your first discussion board post will actually jumpstart your ideas about literacy and what you'll be writing for that essay. Do make sure that you read through this very carefully as it details all of the graded parts of this course. Participation's important. You get 5 points per day for showing up, for participating in discussions, for doing all of the work that I require in class, and for not goofing off or being on your phone or, you know, being on the computers doing things that you shouldn't be doing. Do make sure you're not on your cell phone. If I see you on your cell phone for any extended amount of time, that can mean you lose all of your participation points for the day. As far as discussion board posts, I'll point this out since you have one due this week. Do make sure that you're leaving a thoughtful, well-written comment that has substance and can actually start a discussion. So don't just post one sentence. Make sure you're posting a couple sentences for every question, that you're really thinking through it, and then you are required to respond to at least one of your peers. Make sure as well that that comment is not just, yeah, same, or I agree with you. Try to say, I agree with you because, and then give an answer to that. That's a little longer than just, you know, one sentence. And then you'll obviously be doing readings like the one this week, pretty much every week, and we'll be writing 2 drafts of each essay and going through a peer review process. So do read about that in the syllabus. I don't accept late work, so don't submit late work. If you miss class, you need to talk to me or check Blackboard to see what's been missed and to turn it in. Unless you have made a prior arrangement with me, all big essay requirements like drafts or final drafts are going to be due when they're due, so please do not skip class in order to get extra time to complete a draft of an essay. I require them to be turned in online, so it doesn't really help you out any. You can read about how I calculate all of your grades. It's weighted, so make sure you're doing all of the assignments and putting forth all of the effort you need to here. And then this is all of the resources. You can read through that. And finally is our schedule and class calendar. These are all very tentative, but you can get a rough idea of what we're doing this semester and when final drafts are due, and what we'll be focusing on every week. It's not set in stone, but it probably won't change too much. And as you'll see, I'll remind you of this many times, we will not have in-class meetings after Thanksgiving break, and that is BCTC policy for all of your classes. The final thing you'll find in the syllabus is what will happen if we happen to have to close campus due to COVID, and how this course will change if we do have to close campus. So basically, it's fairly likely at some point this class will have to go completely online. I'm going to be honest, I don't have high hopes. So what will happen is this class will become completely asynchronous. We will not meet synchronously, meaning we will not have Zoom sessions. We won't have, a time where all of us have to be there in class through our webcams together. You'll watch lectures on Blackboard. You'll do everything by Friday every week, and we'll kind of work through Blackboard, essentially. So if you have any concerns or questions about that, you can reach out to me. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it probably will. So if you have any questions about the syllabus, please email me or send me a message through Blackboard. As far as what else you need to know for this week, the only other two things you have to do are read this pretty short essay and poem by Marjorie Agassiz, and then you'll have a discussion post to complete. So if you click here, you'll get to the discussion page. It'll say participate by the 21st. That's your first response, and then you'll reply to one other person. So basically, you'll read the essay and poem, and then you'll come over here and you'll read through these questions, answer them in 1 to 2 sentences, and then you've also got a little self-reflection part in your own notebook or a Google Docs page, wherever you want to keep it. And this will help you a lot in starting to think about your literacy narrative. So please really think about these questions and answer them thoughtfully. And down here, it just reminds you that you do need to respond to at least one classmate by 8/28. In order to get the full 10 posts for this, or 10 points for this discussion post, you'll get 5 for posting your first one, and that answers these 3 questions. If you have any concerns about this, reach out to me. This is the attendance verification post, so do make sure you do that by the 21st. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you have questions, concerns, whatever, reach out to me. Otherwise, I will see you on 1 week from now on Monday, and we'll have our first in-person meeting. I look forward to seeing you all, and I don't know how to end this, so goodbye.